is about a minute or so past 1 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. A few housekeeping items. Now that everybody is joined, we've got quite a few of us on the call today. So if you can, go ahead and mute the line on your end. That will be all for our listening pleasure. And then find the chat box in your webinar or conference call window there, and use that for any questions that you have that come in. Let me know if you can or can't hear me, or can or can't see my screen as things go on. We always like to make sure we are a little bit ahead of any technical difficulties that we may have, but you never know. So if you'll go ahead and just use the chat box to communicate with me, that would be great. But we welcome each and every one of you this afternoon to our Fact Finders call and webinar today. Today we're going to be pretty quick. We're only going to spend about 10-15 minutes of your time. We're going to exclusively be going over the Fact Finders. And so as we get going, let me real quickly go through the VSA and what it is. If you are a user and familiar with the VSA, that is great, and we thank you so much for your business. If you are brand new to the VSA is a collection of educational and conceptual material and tools to help you in your business on all aspects of it. So if you're prospecting, if you're growing what you already have, or if you're working on retention, the tools within the VSA can help you with that. All right, as we get started, I am going to go ahead and go into the main menu of the VSA. And here you'll see this main menu. You'll see on the left-hand side, you've got some navigation that you can work through. This is where you'll get through all of your tools. And across the top, you're going to see a header. Over on the right corner of that header is where you're going to find some of just the administrative pieces of your account. That's where you can make different changes into your personal settings and so on and so forth in that top right-hand corner of the header. This menu that you see right here is the main menu. So it's immediately what you see when you log into the VSA. And Fact Finders is right here in the middle under Client Tools. So we're going to go immediately to that. So as we go over Fact Finders today, what I really like to think about with our Fact Finders is the aid in which it gives you throughout your whole entire discovery conversation. And if we all have been in the industry for even just a little bit, the discovery conversation is by far the heart of the financial planning relationship that you start with any client. And so it helps you build rapport, it helps set you as the expert, and it saves you time, energy, and money using these particular Fact Finders. You can brand them for yourself. So we've got all 20 of our Fact Finders in about 3 different areas. They can be branded with your business card information. And so that is where you'll find it under the personalized piece. So all 20 of them are offered personalized and fillable. You'll see that option right here under report type. The biggest thing to remember, the difference between personalized and fillable is how the PDF is going to operate once you pull it up. The personalized piece is going to have all of your business card information there on the cover page, but you're going to have to print that out and manually fill it out with pen and paper with your client. And so you can send it to your client, hope they print it, fill it out, and bring it back into you, or you can fill it out with them. You can hand it to them in a folder. That's great for the personalized report type. The fillable report type is much more electronic friendly. So while it too can be printed and filled out, it is not going to have your business card information on the cover page, and it will allow you to fill it out electronically, save it, and then send it. And so if you've got clients that don't have a printer, they don't have access to one, the fillable is a better option for you. We'll go through and I'll show you guys the differences between the two here in a moment. But really, you just choose it here. Once you hit fillable, the options for the personalized piece is going to go away. All right. I'm going to leave it as personalized. I'm going to put my name in as the prospect today as we go through this. and I'm going to leave today's date. If you're going to prepare this for the future, you could just put in a future date there, and that wouldn't be a problem at all. Okay, so the 3 areas that we have our fact finders available in are going to be your personal needs, estate needs, and business needs. And then we have 2 fact finders that are more comprehensive. One is going to be the confidential financial planning questionnaire, and the other one's going to be the comprehensive fact finder. They're very close in the same. They're both about 18 to 20 pages long, so you're going to find that all of these fact finders are quite long, but they're going to go through and they are going to give you everything you need to know about the client to get started with a financial planning relationship with them. Today, we're going to use the confidential financial planning questionnaire. As you go through some of this, if you're using the personalized piece, if there's any built-in calculations that would not happen on the personalized format, the fillable format would automatically tally those up for you. I wouldn't quite call it a financial calculator, but it would tally up maybe a balance sheet or the total number of assets that you may have. Once you click the report that you want, it's going to bring you to a View Save email page. I always like to view the PDF first. That's the habit that I'm in. If you like to save it, you can do so right there just by clicking Save. It will bring up the Save button or menu within your computer. Email is going to email it from the VSA as if it's coming from your email account. And you'll get a carbon copy of that. I don't always like to use that, mainly because I use the search feature in my own email so often that wouldn't show up there. But you have all 3 of those options within the VSA. I'm going to use the view option today. So we're going to view this PDF. When you are viewing any of the tools within the VSA, you want to keep in mind that browsers today on your computer have become very clever and very smart about bringing it up in their own PDF reader. And so if for some reason the PDF isn't operating correctly or it has a few little glitches, just go in, save it, and bring it up in your own Adobe reader. Then it usually fixes the glitch. But most of the time when you hit view, it's going to bring it up into your browser window, just like mine did within Chrome today. Okay. On this cover page, you'll see here that it's got who it's prepared for. This is going to be where that client name shows up. And then it's going to be who it's provided by. And this is where your business card information is going to show. And then the date you chose will show up right underneath that. Each and every one of our fact finders has a table of contents, so you can jump directly to the piece you want, and then you can go forward with that. You can see right here on this confidential financial planning questionnaire, you've got 20 pages, and this is going to be more just informational. It's not going to list out a whole lot of assets or anything in this particular fact finding. So we'll scroll down a little bit and let me know through the chat window if you have any questions as we go through here, or if the pages are not scrolling correctly and it gets hung up. But you'll see that it's very easy to fill out. It takes all of the thoughts and all of the pauses and awkward silence out of your discovery conversation and discovery meeting when you do that. A lot of our agents like to have this filled out before they start that meeting. And so if that's something you want to do and you know you're working with a technologically savvy client, you can send them the fillable piece and they won't even have to deal with a printer or anything. If you're working with somebody who is a little bit more technically challenged, then you'll probably want to print that for them and give it to them. And then the personalized piece would be perfect for that. So you can see here, I'll try to click on this under full name. You cannot click on it and fill it out. All right, so that's one of the downfalls to the personalized piece, although you get all of the personalized information as well. All right, so this is kind of, you can see it's just real simple. We'll go through it real quick. It does list out who is who and all that additional family information. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to back out of this and I'm going to go and switch to the fillable format so that you guys can see the difference. and see how it operates just a little bit differently. So when you get back to the fact finding menu, you're going to hit fillable. It takes away all those personalized options. We'll go down and choose the exact same report we had. We'll hit submit. It'll bring us to our view saved email page. We're going to hit view. And you can see now where all of these fields are blank. So the cover page, you can see where it's a little bit different. However, you can now start filling in the pieces. You can see where that cursor shows up. All right. Now, when you bring it up in your browser window, that cursor is going to show, but you're not going to be able to type in that. So what you'll need to do is you'll just need to hover across the top, and you'll see over at the top right-hand corner, you have that download button. When you download that, then you'll be able to pull it up in your PDF reader and fill this out and then save a copy of that, okay? But you can see everything else stays the same. All right? Perfect. So that is really it on the fact finding. We're right at 10 minutes since I got started, 12 from the beginning of 1 o'clock. And so we know it was fast for you guys. We know that if you have not seen the VSA before, it may be a little advanced and really just very pinpointed on fact finders. But if you have any questions at this point, I'll take those. And while those are coming in, then I will go over some other VSA announcements that we've got going. So one of the big announcements that happens every 25th of the month is the newsletters. So our newsletters will rotate. Your new rotation for October will be dropping today. You should have already gotten an email about that. If your email links are not working, please let us know. But other than that, you should be able to log into your VSA account, click on your newsletters, and go forward with that, okay? And then the other thing that we'd like to announce is we have a launch of a new program. It is called the VSA Affiliate Program. In short, you get rewarded for every referral you bring forward. And so if that is something you are interested in, please type your name and your interest into the chat window there, and I will get in touch with you and work with you on that. So we do have a question that came in, and the question is, why don't our programmers allow us to fill in our business card information on the fillable version? Your PDF reader should allow you to do that. If it's pulling up in your browser window, that's just going to be one of the weird kind of glitches in that browser reader that they have. But if you download it, save it, and pull it up in your Adobe PDF reader, it will allow you to do that, and you should be able to fill that out in the fillable version. If you're finding that that is not the case, please let us know and we can work through that. But 9 times out of 10, it is the browser PDF reader that you see that being the problem with. Okay. Is there any other questions that are coming in? I see that that might be the only question right now. If you're new to the VSA, we would like to invite you to take advantage of our 7-day free trial. It's completely free for you, no credit card needed, but feel free to fill that out. We can get you that 7 days. And then if you're interested in the VSA affiliate program, we'd love to talk to you more about that as well. But if there's not any more questions, we'll go ahead and let you go. That's right at the 15 minutes. We appreciate everybody coming on today, and we look forward to seeing you next week on our Wednesday webinar call as well. Thank you so much.